Hello everyone, my name is Pavel Savyanko. I am the guy behind the Rocket Science Sailing, and I do love sailing and I do sail and I invite of course everyone to join. How to join? It's actually easy. First I explain it in another video, and B, it's just enough to go on website here down in description and buy a voucher, register it for a sailing trip, and actually you are in. How to find the perfect sailing trip, how it is organized, what are those vouchers, and how to join, I already explained in another videos of this tutorial. In this video I explain a little bit further, like next step. So before I will proceed, I just want to mention that for a whole organization of sailing trip and at all for the sailing itself, I require, of course, your real personal data to create traveling documents, crew list, and intent. And therefore, it is unavoidable that everybody has an account on Rocket Science Sailing. Therefore, during the buying voucher, during registering, one has to have an account. And in this video, I explain what you get in your basically account in My Profile menu, and what are all those points, menu points actually mean, and for what they are there. Okay, for that we go on actually website here, and we see our Rocket Science Sailing the website with invitation to join to trip to Copenhagen. But we are interested today in menu actually login. So for that I would log in with some test account. One can do that either here, or you go in this menu, and here is the form for the input. So I will just click here, and so now I'm logged in, and where I want to present you structure of this menu actually. So the first and probably most important part of this menu is My Vouchers. If you click on it, you will get the list of your vouchers which you already obtained and which are registered on you. So in my case, it is 2 vouchers of sailing impressions. It means I can join to the trips of type of sailing impression, and actually I am already registered for this sailing trip to Copenhagen for this demonstration purpose. It has a name, the serial code, and it is registered on me. Why, who not me can be, I will explain in a minute. The another voucher is available. It means I can register it either as a second place on the very same sailing trip, so I would have 2 basically places, or it can be different another trip of the type of sailing impressions. Actually, which are those trips, you can click here, for example, and you jump immediately to the list of all trips of this type. So here one can go, and these all trips are of the suitable type where you can actually use this voucher. Which other vouchers are there, I explained in another video, so just take a look in this list of tutorials. Okay, and there are another vouchers which are here listed. These are No Worries and Refunder. I also explained it in another video. So these are here available. Here I don't have a particular voucher of my skipper, but they would be listed here. And then another 2 fields are a little bit important, or I can explain you in details what do they mean. So because everybody who is sailing with me has to have, or I should know this person, so it can be either friend or your relative, so like daughter, children, husband, whoever. Difference for me is whether they have their own account on Rocket Science Sailing or not. So if they have their own account on Rocket Science Sailing, that is like a friend, that is this field. If they don't, then it is like this field. Why? yeah, so if you want to invite whole your family and more children, for example, they cannot have their account, they probably don't need, so you can buy all vouchers and register them for whole family, but I should know this registration, and that is exactly what you can do here. So you can have a voucher, mark it here, like here and here, for example, and register it on someone as a relative. So in my case, that is Martina Musterman, such virtual sister, let's say, or daughter, and I can tell these vouchers, they are registered on this person. The registration of voucher, like this voucher is registered for this sailing trip, doesn't change in this process. It means what is possible is you buy multiple vouchers, you register them on a trip where you want to go with whole your family, and then you register or you re-register this voucher to different members of your family. In this way, I learn, okay, these and these people are crew member of that particular trip, and they are like together, and in this way, only one person has to have actually account on rocket science sailing. The another situation is if everybody is a little bit independent and maybe you just want to gather some friends to sail together, or maybe this person wants to have or you want to give a present. So what you can do, you can have a voucher, maybe register it or not, and then you can transfer it to another member of rocket science sailing. Basically, for that you have just to give here email address, like for example one of these. Yeah, and then you just click, and the selected voucher is then transferred on that person, if this email addresses of course are known for us. So what is possible to do with that? Imagine you have a group of friends, they all have accounts on rocket science sailing, but you want to organize sailing trip somewhere, maybe in I don't know, Norway or in Copenhagen, for example, and it's enough if you alone buy all vouchers, register them again, registration doesn't change, register them on the sailing trips, and then distribute them to the different people, and in this way the crew appears, and then it's easy for everyone. Or it is just present for New Year or Christmas or anyhow, so you can make such surprise. You can buy actually voucher, register it or not, and just present it in this way. Okay, and then down there is a list of already used vouchers. So in this case it's empty, but you would have the history of all vouchers or all sailing trips where you have been sailing with us. Another point is that is our special program, Invite a Friend. So I will not go for this point here. I will have another separate video about it where I can explain a little bit in details what it is. In short, we promote and reward you if you bring people with you to sail, so that we have more friends which are sailing together and sharing this experience. So if you bring people to the sail to rocket science sailing, we promote you with a little present. But again, I explain it in another video. Okay, the another point is downloads. Here you get in your personal downloads area the documents which we provide you as a little bit as preparation for every sailing trip. So it's not sailing trip related, it's more general. Maybe there will be also sailing trip related, but currently they are more general. So like for example in medicine, there is we provide a special formula for you where you can print it out and fill it out, or opposite, fill it out and print it out. Where you put, for example, your standard values, your standard heart rate, your standard the blood pressure and intent, whatever you know. Also maybe allergies, maybe some special medical condition, everything what is important. And then you print it out and you take it together with you to the sailing trip and keep it in your personal belongings. So these are your private information, and it is also kept privately. But everything can happen. Of course, it can happen that some medical accident or some incident or something. So, and that you will have to go to hospital, and to the pool, let that not happen. But maybe you will be incapable to operate. So, in this case, we would give this sheet to the doctor so that he knows, or she, that your values. So, for example, if you have increased blood pressure as your natural, normal base values, so they don't think that they have to lower it. So they will give you unnecessary medication. Or maybe you have some allergy on penicillin or something. So the doctor should know it. Or if you have some special medical condition, so that they don't get medication which conflicts. Yeah. So this is such a medical sheet we provide in this field. And for example, here in sailing area, we provide maybe some reminding, some help for you as a preparation for the sailing trip, like packing list, where you can where we just list what you could take with you. Don't forget, like cameras, maybe board games, some books, notebook for diary, clothings, and so on and so on. We give you a little bit reminder how the knots are working, so you can practice it ahead, and also some theoretical, maybe a reminder or explanation how the sailing actually goes. But of course, we practice it during the sailing trip. So another point is the My Trips. So here you get a list of all trips registered, so which are active now, and of course your past trips where you have been sailing. So in this case, I'm registered on a sailing trip to Copenhagen, so that is the list. So here is the link to the sailing trip. I have registered one place. Here is the link to the organizational group. We do it in Telegram, so you can just click on it and join it, and there is actually organization is happening. So there the crew discusses when everybody arrives. Maybe one can make a car share, who has preparation of some food, who wants to do what during the sailing trip. Some people, for example, want to visit some mountain, another people want to visit some museum, the third one want to practice more maneuver because of the upcoming exam or anything like that. So that is actually the crew discussion place, and there is a preparation for the actually sailing trip happening. So in this case, the sailing trip is not confirmed yet. What is that? I explained in the video about vouchers. So start date, the duration is 7 days, and it's me who is registered. If I have registered my sister or my relative, so that would be the name of this person. And here, of course, a list of my past trip that would be then listed here. Okay, the next one are my goodies. Here we list goodies. So during the time, let's say, we offer, of course, sometimes we do some actions. Like now we are doing this Easter hunt action, or if it is invited friend, and so on. So they result usually in personal discounts. So you have a discount code, and this discount code you can use in our online shop. So all these discount codes are listed in here, and there is a name of this discount code, so you can use it. Discount amount, so either it is percentage or the absolute value, and whether it is used or not. Yeah. Here it is this invitation code is listed, or multiple. That is from the program of Invite Friends. Again, another video. And then we go to my data. So that is important, as I already mentioned, for preparation of traveling documents. I need your personal data, and that's exactly where you fill it in. The data which I need for the documents, this goes beyond the standard data of this website engine, therefore the separate form. So I need your data, that is here, for example. I need address, I need your birthplace, birth date. I need also ID or passport numbers for crew list, for example, and contact form. Then here you can add multiple relatives. Here you just fill it in and write add relatives, and then in this way you can add data of your daughter, sister, whoever, husband. Maybe some boyfriend who is you observe as a relative, doesn't matter. So I need from them very same data, therefore the form looks identically. And then I need also, of course, emergency contact in case something happens, some emergency, especially if you would have to go to hospital. So we need to contact your significant one. So therefore here you give us contact possibility. That is usually address for the formal way, and of course phone and email so that we can contact faster. And in the end, a special note for the skipper, me or skipper, which is might be everything what is relevant, might be relevant for security and safety of the trip, for your safety on this trip especially. That's such thing usually if you have some medical condition. Maybe you have to shot insulin. Maybe you are not allowed to load your bag. Maybe you require, I don't know, you can only sit, you cannot stand longer. And then maybe you have some allergies. Not food allergies, because this cannot be kept privately. You usually share the meal with other people and then it comes out. But allergy on anything else, so which you don't want to expose. This is information for the skipper, because skipper has to evaluate, estimate which task he can give to whom. And if you write that you cannot load your bag strongly, then he will not give you the task which requires to load your bag. Of course, majority of sailing boats are now very, very comfortable to sail. You can always do it with low force. Nevertheless, sometimes if it is, for example, a racing boat or a pogo or anything, then this duty would go to someone else, and you would be then, for example, the one who is doing rather steering or navigation or anything else. So this is important then for the safety of the trip. Okay, this is you usually fill out at least once and just check time to time whether the data is still correct. I reminded, of course, during the preparation to this trip regularly. Okay, then we go to the My Files. That is again such download area, but this case private or your private download area. Here we place documents which are only for you. They are not shared. Like for example, medicine and sailing trips, they are actually shared among everyone. But this is only for you. Here we place, for example, your miles confirmation or anything, any document which is belonging only to you. Speaking of which, we try to do everything electronically to avoid all this unnecessary prints out. So your miles confirmation will go probably here. Okay, then of course online shop related entries, so my orders. Here you will see everything what you have bought in our online shop basically. So these are orders. Here I see that one order I got refunded, so and another order with 2 vouchers, and these 2 it has been shipped. So usually after payment the order is shipped, and in this way then a voucher gets available for you for registration. So if you use a credit card via PayPal, then it is automatically. If you are doing the bank transfer, they will have to wait till the money is actually there. Otherwise, it is a little bit risky. So my card is actually shopping cart. So in this case, I have 2 vouchers. I am in process of shopping. Here I would like to remind or to point out that to shopping cart you can get like from 3 places. So in this menu here you get to my cart. In the menu it's here, and also here icon on the top. Here you get also to your to my cart actually. Okay, and that was additional tab. And then My Skipper is the list of these My Skipper vouchers. They are a little bit special. Explanation about them I also in a video about vouchers. And the last point is my subscriptions. So you can subscribe, of course, in a general newsletters about news, where I inform everybody about new trips, about the opening of to registration, some trips gets confirmed, and such thing, or ideas. That would be the news. Or if you go into the any trip description, like for example, let's take a look. Let's go in this trip to, for example, Copenhagen. So if you just interested in some trip, but you hesitate, you don't know, you would like to basically show us that you are interested, but you maybe because you have to wait till your holidays gets approved or anything like that, so you don't make decision yet, you can go down. Here there is a possibility for you to tell us that you are interested in this trip, but you have no obligations yet, basically. You put here your email, your name and last name, and you subscribe. In this way we learn that the people are interested in the trip, and then we can see how, when we start the organization, and you get informed. So this is also such a small trip-related mailing list, and if we see that there are like some people are waiting for information, we just send a message on this small trip-related mailing list and not on a general one. So that would be listed here. And of course, if you don't want to be subscribed anymore, you can unsubscribe here. It is enough to click here and here, and then you can unsubscribe to this from this trip. Okay, and that's basically all what is important in this menu. Now you know what you can do where, and I hope that helps you in operating of rocket science sailing and registration to the trip, and I see you on the next rocket science sailing trip. Bye bye.